So Cathie Wood has given some huge signals for Dogecoin and cryptos amid this ongoing slump in the market. And in this video, I'm going to show you what exactly it is and why it matters. But before I talk about it, let's see what is happening in the crypto market. So there is a lot of price volatility going on for cryptos right now, and we are still seeing that the crypto market is under a lot of pressure. Moreover, there is extreme fear sentiment in the market, and investors are reluctant to invest owing to global political concerns. And we are now seeing that the total crypto market cap shed another $30 billion during the last 24 hours as major cryptos continued to remain in the red. While we saw that the crypto market had recovered slightly in early trade sessions, news that there were no concrete plans from Russia to organize any summit with Washington saw a return to losses for cryptos. Moreover, adding to pressure on cryptos and broader markets, Wall Street bank JPMorgan has recently forecasted 9 straight rate increases by the Federal Reserve until March 2023. It stated that the central bank is hiking interest rates more quickly than investors previously expected, and it is now the most significant threat to otherwise healthy markets and economies. So now, while the crypto market is undergoing all this pressure, we are now seeing a very positive and important update that is going to give some confidence to investors and traders. So California lawmaker Ian Catterin has just announced that he is working on making California use Bitcoin as legal tender. He also said that more happenings would come, and he is currently working alongside Bitcoin expert Dennis Porter to work on it. And he explained that many Americans have chosen Bitcoin as a medium of exchange, but the federal government disregards it. So citizens lack the chance to use the currency with no capital gains taxes. This is the time for the Americans to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. So this is indeed positive news for the whole crypto market, as California is prepping to disrupt the crypto adoption race. And now, let's come to the big update coming from Cathie Wood. And this is indeed a big update because we know that she is one of the most successful and popular investors in the world, and her growing interest in cryptos is indeed a big thing. So Cathie Wood's investment firm ARK Invest has just added one of the most prominent Bitcoin on-chain analysts, David Puel, as a crypto researcher. In the coming days, David Puel is going to start as a crypto and on-chain researcher at ARK Invest. With his new role, it is expected that he will push the barriers of on-chain analysis for Bitcoin. So this is a good thing for Bitcoin. But I think the most important thing to note here is that Cathie Wood is now showing more and more interest in cryptos and crypto investment. Besides, we also know that she has remained bullish on Bitcoin even when it has been struggling during the start of this year. Last month, her firm predicted that Bitcoin's price could exceed $1 million by 2030 as its global adoption and usage is still only in its early days, and the institutional ownership of Bitcoin will broaden in the future. And Wood believes Bitcoin is a significant asset class and a new monetary system capable of more than merely inflation protection. Moreover, I had previously made a video about Cathie Wood forecasting that the value of Bitcoin will go near the $500,000 level in 5 years. And coming to this prediction, Cathie Wood said that institutional investment in Bitcoin is increasing and it will propel Bitcoin to $500K in 5 years. So the thing is that Cathie Wood's interest in Bitcoin and her bullish predictions for it mean a lot for Bitcoin and the overall market. This is because we know that she is already among the top money managers and has been the most compelling and so far accurate with her investment strategies. Wood and his firm have been pretty much successful when it comes to investing, and they have made huge profits for their clients over the years. So this means that her growing interest in cryptos is going to inspire many big investors to get on the crypto bandwagon. And since she is an experienced investor, her price predictions for Bitcoin can also come true. However, I'd like to add here that while Cathie Wood has been a successful investor, she and her firm ARK Invest have faced some downsides as well. The highs and lows of her performance over the years are actually showing us some hard-learned lessons about volatilities when it comes to investing. Still, in terms of her overall performance, Cathie Wood's long-term record remains strong despite some downsides. All in all, Cathie Wood's involvement in cryptos is a very positive thing, but we should still look at both sides of the coin while evaluating such things. And with that being said, let's come to Dogecoin's current price movements. So Dogecoin has been unable to find any pace owing to all these political and macroeconomic factors that are creating immense pressure on the overall crypto market. And we can see here that the current situation is looking bearish for Doge since its moving averages are in the negative territory. However, the good thing is that the daily RSI value of it is still in the neutral zone, so this means that there is no massive sell-off pressure on it as of now. So I think we will have to wait for some time now, since it appears that it will take some time for Doge to recover from here. In any case, I'd like to remind you here that this is no financial advice, since I'm not a professional financial advisor. So it is recommended that you do your own research before investing in cryptos. And with that being said, let's come to Bitcoin's price for a minute. So Bitcoin is currently trading below some important levels and appears to be pretty bearish in the short term. Currently, its next move is pretty uncertain, as I think that it is a little tough for Bitcoin to determine the next move considering the overall market sentiment. So if Bitcoin moves towards the south, I think it may be an indication for a major correction incoming for it that may trap the price within the bearish trend for some time. However, things may get better for it since even during this bearish sentiment, there are some positive indicators for it. For example, according to Into the Block, Bitcoin long-term holders have been undeterred by the recent decline in its price, which is a very positive sign. However, short-term investors have remained the primary source of Bitcoin's volatility. The balance held by short-term holders that have held BTC for less than a month is moving practically in lockstep with the price activity. These addresses have reduced their holdings by 8.7% in the last 7 days. But this is a good thing for Bitcoin since the concentration of long-term holders is increasing. According to Into the Block's holder composition by time held, the majority of Bitcoin holders are long-term investors, with 57% holding for more than a year. Meanwhile, the CEO of Three Arrow Capital, Zhu Su, has recently shared his view on the current behavioral pattern of Bitcoin holders and compared it to the previous cycle in 2018. So he is saying that the shift in the behavior of investors is because they faced an unpleasant experience that they went through due to selling Bitcoin prematurely between 2018 and 2019 when it was trading at the bottom. This means that they have now realized to hold their coins, and this is why Bitcoin investors now prefer holding and accumulating additional coins despite the strong correction on the market. And another very positive thing for Bitcoin is that it is outperforming its biggest rival, the U.S. dollar. And we are now seeing that the U.S. dollar has lost 97% of its purchasing power against Bitcoin over the past 5 years, and for the past 50 years, the CPI has reduced the value of the dollar by 85% against Bitcoin. The reason behind it is that Bitcoin is deflationary by nature, meaning that every 2 years it applies corrections in this sense so that nothing can erode its value. So this is why Bitcoin is also considered a safe haven asset and even competes with gold. And this is exactly why I think that Bitcoin is here to stay no matter where its price is standing at the moment. And now, let's come to Ethereum for a minute. So ETH has yet again fallen into a bearish trap that appears to be extremely strong right now. This is because ETH has been trading below its moving averages and its daily RSI value is also going towards the bearish zone. So if Ethereum remains below these key levels for some more time, then a huge price retest to the lower levels is pretty much possible. And another bad thing for Ethereum is that there is a lot of selling pressure behind Ethereum at the current price levels. This is because we are now seeing that about 280k ETH has been sent to exchanges over the past week. So things can turn out really ugly for ETH in the coming days, and we may see it facing another price drop from here. And while we are seeing a lot of bearish sentiment in the market, there are some positive updates that can change the overall market sentiment in the long term. So the Bulgarian Stock Exchange has recently launched 8 ETN based on 2 cryptos, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bulgarian investors can now invest in these cryptos through their country's stock market, and this means that more and more investors are going to come to cryptos, which is a very positive thing. Similarly, Koopin Bank in South Korea is now preparing to become the first bank in the country to offer crypto investment products to retail investors. The bank is going to launch crypto ETFs and futures products for retail investors in the country, and this means that retail investment in cryptos is going to rise, and this is yet another positive thing for the global crypto market. So these are some bullish updates for cryptos, and this is why I'm still expecting Dogecoin to move up in the near future. Besides, since its price correlation with Bitcoin is very high, if Bitcoin moves up from here, we can expect the same movement from Dogecoin. In any case, what are your thoughts on this? When do you think Dogecoin is going to move up from here? Let me know in the comments section below.